It's a return to home sweet home for the Indians, who have won their last 7 games at Progressive Field. First up, the Kansas City Royals, who are tied with the Detroit Tigers in second place in the AL Central, a game and a half behind the Tribe. Justin Masterson will try to outpitch Luke Hochhaver for the second time in a week. Next on Sports Time Ohio. It's a cloudy, warm spring night here in downtown Cleveland as the Indians and Kansas City Royals get set to open up a 3-game series, and the Indians get set to open a 6-game homestand. Good evening and welcome into our broadcast. Along with Rick Manning, I'm Al Pulowski. Tonight, the Royals and Indians will match up for the second time in 6 days with the same pitching matchup. First up for KC, Rick, it's Luke Hochhaver, who was perfect for 5 innings last Wednesday and then just blew up in the 6th.
Boy, once they got him into the stretch, he really did blow up. Michael Brantley for the first base hit, he balks him to second base, and then they end up getting a second balk in the inning. And you can see Manny Acta saying, that one scored the tying run. Matt Laporta from third base. He went in there, and after being perfect for 5 in the 6th inning, he really blew up. As you look at tonight's pitching matchup brought to you by the all-new Chrysler 200, it's Hochhaver, who is 2-2 with a 5.12 ERA. Very good in the first 5. He struggles from that point on. Justin Masterson has been good all season long, 4-0, looking for win number 5.
Yeah, Justin's been very special for the Tribe. Also, their stopper, Rick, is 3 of his 4 wins to come after a Tribe loss.
Well, his first hiccup came last start where he gave up 2 runs in the first inning. Other than that, he has been brilliant. He's gone out there. He's thrown a lot of strikes, about 70% strikes. He's putting the ball in play. He's letting his defense do the work. And if Justin Masterson can continue to do that throughout the course of the year, he's going to be very successful.
And the numbers here, they're really outstanding, and some big names up there, too.
Some big names and people that were off to good starts, and let's hope Masterson can continue that tonight.
All right, we'll see what Justin Masterson does against Luke Hochhaver, second time in less than a week that these two have opposed one another on the mound. Starting lineups and first pitch for tonight's game between the Tribe and Royals is next.
Point of the game, he was going to have to settle in. Did a great job pitching 5 shutout innings after that, ended up getting the win. Let's check out the Home Depot doing more on defense. Indians defensive lineup. Brantley, Sizemore, and Chu in the outfield. It'll be Hanahan, Asdrubal, Orlando, Laporte on the infield. Carlos Santana behind the plate. More savings, more doing. That's the power of Home Depot.
And the umpires for tonight's game, Wally Bell calling the balls and strikes. Laz Diaz at first base, Scott Berry at second, and John Hirschbeck is at third. And we are just about set for the first pitch. Right now, it's a nice night for a ball game.
This is beautiful. This might be the warmest night we've had all year.
It is so far 74 degrees.
Oh, then by far.
We'll take it as compared to what we've had earlier here in the month of April. And Mike Aviles will step in against Justin Masterson. And that first pitch fastball outside for a ball. Mike Aviles at the top of the order, Rick. He's a guy that can certainly deliver with some power numbers like Sizemore. 8 of his 13 hits this year have been for extra bases.
Well, he's a guy that he's been splitting time with Wilson Benamme. And, they're on, they're off. He's on a 6-game hitting streak right now.
The 1-1 pitch is outside. Mike Aviles had a career day on Sunday against the Rangers. Had his first multi-home run game. And also had a career-high tying 4 runs batted in. There's a well-hit ball to right center. Sizemore will have room on the track as that one drifted, but it's out number 1 here tonight. All right, let's get a look at our injury report for tonight's game. Carlos Carrasco, and talked about him a little bit before the game with Indians on deck, and Dave Chudowski said that the MRI was negative. He's going to throw a bullpen tomorrow. If he's good, Rick, he'll be back in the rotation this weekend. And there's the Kansas City Royals. So 1 out for Melky Cabrera. Shows bunt and takes strike 1.
These next 2 guys in the lineup are the ones that had the big series when we were in Kansas City in that 4-game series. Cabrera had the game-winning hit in game number 4 to split that series, and also made a terrific throw to home plate. And Alex Gordon, of course, the guy on deck, he's playing lights out.
He sure is, and that 3-hole. Cabrera's picked it up a little bit with a 283 average, but there's a grounder to second. Orlando Cabrera makes the play. 2 down here in the first. So here's the aforementioned Alex Gordon, who's on a career-high 18-game hitting streak, and during that time he's batting .390, and I don't think I've seen him this year, Rick, in a game where he hasn't been on the ball. I mean, it seems everything that's going up there, he is right there and just driving it.
Well, yeah, they're giving him pitches away. He's extending the arms. He's using the whole, left center, right center. He's using the whole field. Very comfortable in the batter's box.
Justin Masterson starts him off with a strike. 2 down here in the first inning. One and one now to Alex Gordon. Strike 2. Masterson doing a nice job hitting the corners. Here's the 1-2.
Good pitch.
Sure was. Fouls that one off.
Kansas City, this is only their 9th road game. You see, he likes that ball out over the plate. That one came back a little bit and belled high, but he was able to foul it off. But I like going in there. A lot of the hits he got, they were away, like there, when we were in Kansas City. And I can already tell from the first fly ball tonight of the evening from Mike Aviles that the ball is carrying much better than we've seen all year long.
You see Alex Gordon just 8 points behind Jose Bautista for the league lead. Takes that one outside. And the wind here tonight is blowing out to right center. Just where Aviles hit that ball, and it's where Alex Gordon would like to send it as well. There you see the flag.
Gordon fouls another one away. So he's seeing a number of pitches here from Masterson.
Well, good hitters find a way to foul off pitches to stay alive. 7-pitch at bat to this point. You got Billy Butler on deck, and you know you like it though. Masterson goes out and continue to throw strikes.
9 of his 14 so far have been strikes. So is that one. Strike 3. Alex Gordon down swinging. Royals go 3 up, 3 down. The Indians coming to bat. Progressive Field, and the Indians starting lineup is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive, proud to be the official auto insurance provider of the Cleveland Indians. Sizemore starts it off, followed by Cabrera, and then Chu, who's had success against Hochevar. Santana, Hafner, and Orlando Cabrera. Then Brantley, Laporta, and Jack Hanahan at third base. Luke Hochevar on the hill. His numbers in just a moment. Grady Sizemore, with a .357 average, steps in. He takes strike 1 from Luke Hochevar, who this season, Rick, has been good early for the Kansas City Royals. First few innings, a lot different than, let's say, the middle to the later portions of the game.
Well, after the Zach Greinke trade, he ended up making his first opening day start this year.
There's a drive to right center. That one headed towards the wall, and it's off the wall. Sizemore on his way to second base. Here's the throw. He'll make it. Double for Grady Sizemore.
Well, here comes Grady again. Extra base hit. Double number 5 for him. And this guy, you talk about leading off. How can't you miss a guy like that? Boy, it's welcome to see him back in that leadoff spot. It's a high breaking ball. And Grady, hits the wall on a line. And Hochevar didn't give up a hit until the leadoff man in the 6th inning. It's different tonight. First hitter gives up a double.
The 200th career double for Grady Sizemore. So he's in scoring position now for Asdrubal Cabrera. Asdrubal hitting .333 with runners in scoring position this year.
For Hochevar, his 6th start this year, only his 2nd on the road. Kansas City has enjoyed a lot of home games early in this season. They played 14 of them so far.
And he's down 2-0 here to Asdrubal Cabrera. Tribe shortstop. And he hits that one through to right field. Sizemore coming around third base, and he'll be held right there.
Yes,
good throw from the right fielder.
With Frank Coor out there and nobody out, you certainly are going to hold up. He's got an arm like Chu. You know, you go back with him, and since about the last 5 years, he has as many assists as any outfielder in the game. But Boy, the Indians off to a nice start. The thing they had to do in the last start was get him out of the stretch, and he had a couple of hiccups. And you can see right here, the first batter out of the stretch, Cabrera moves him over, gets that bonus base hit, but he can't score. But it's a nice start. First and third, nobody out.
So here's Shin-Soo Choo with runners at the corners and nobody out here in the first inning. And the Tribe threatening to score first.
You know, you talk about Frank Coor in right field. Since 05, 83 outfield assists out there, and he won a Gold Glove in 2007.
I saw him and Choo talking before the game during batting practice and probably comparing notes. Oh, 0-1 here to Shin-Soo Choo. He was batting only .207 this year, but in his career against Hochevar, hitting .600 with 3 homers. He swings through that one so quickly he's down 0-2.
Well, these next two guys are the guys that are going to have to get going for this Indians offense. When you look at Choo, you look at Santana. They've had the most at-bats with runners in scoring position. Choo hitting just .208, 5 for 24 this year. And Santana on deck. He's had 19 opportunities. He's been a little bit better.
The 0-2 is inside. Stopped by Matt Trainer, the catcher tonight for KC. Shin-Soo Choo looking to continue that trend. Runners at the corners and nobody out here in the first. Cabrera back easily.
Well, I would think, too, that they would take opportunities when given to try and steal on this guy because they put pressure on him last time. He looked slow to the plate. He had the 2 balks last time after you were coming out of the stretch. And I would think this game there would be a lot of running because the Kansas City Royals lead the league in stolen bases, and they stole 5 in a game leading off that series in Kansas City. The Indians catchers have yet to throw anybody out.
We'll see what happens here at 2-2. It's ball 3. So from 0-2 to a full count for Shin-Soo Choo. Luke Hochevar having a little bit of difficulty here in the first inning. Sizemore began the Indians half of the first here with a double. And Cabrera singled to right. Now Choo with the full count. And it's that breaking ball to left field, but it's slicing and it will go foul into the seats.
A little surprised that Cabrera wasn't running on that play. Yeah. Full count. You know, normally early in the game, even if Choo does say swing and miss, Hochevar's about 1.4 to 1.5 to home plate, which is below average.
Cabrera holds again, and Choo hits this one to second. To second for 1, on to first, not in time, and a run scores. So Choo will get the RBI. He's safe at first, and the Indians have the lead 1-0.
Well, that's because of the speed of Choo. Beats it out. Between Getz and Escobar, they couldn't turn it, and Choo always hustles down that line. But when there's that double play around, he beats it out. Indians will play from in front tonight. Good sign.
Now, the Indians are 10-2 when they score first. So they take the lead here 1-0. And 1 out with the runner on first base for Carlos Santana. Carlos also trying to get out of a slump. As Choo will get back with the throw. And Santana has been able to find ways to get out even during this slump here. He's reached base safely now in 10 straight games. And Hochevar very concerned with Shin-Soo Choo at first base.
Well, Choo can steal a bag, and they realize he will keep the pressure on. See, now he's shortened the stride up a little bit with a base stealer on there. He doesn't pick up his leg like he did with Cabrera on first base. Knows there's a base runner. Now what that does, diverts a little bit of attention from that pitcher, and we'll see if he's up in the strike zone. Sometimes they rush a little bit.
Is that something you would sit on as a hitter, Rick, as much as a pitch to see
the hitter? You don't
delivery
worry about
a certain way.
You don't worry about it. You're just looking for the baseball. But I mean, you see, he won't take the high leg kick like he did. He was taking it when Chu was at the plate. And Cabrera, that's why I was saying go ahead and run, because he's about 1-4, but he's shortened it up and he's much quicker. Maybe they just think Cabrera's not a base stealer, and they could be right.
Now 2-1 to Carlos Santana.
Now he's starting to get the ball up.
So we could see a situation here with Chu at first base. 1 out. A run home already here in the bottom of the first inning for the Tribe. And there, Hochevar taking some extra time and trying to keep Chu guessing.
Well, that's all part of the process of controlling the running game, changing your time, changing your delivery. But as a hitter, that's a good thing for Santana to call timeout. You don't like to wait.
That's a foul ball. So 2-2 now to Carlos Santana, with Shin-Soo Choo at first base, and 1 away here in the bottom half of the first inning. And thus far, a nice evening for a baseball game. 74 degrees at first pitch. Travis Hafner in the on-deck circle as the Indians open up a 6-game homestand here tonight. 3 against the Royals, then 3 this weekend against the Tigers. On the ground to first. Ka'ahui to second for 1. Back to first. Nice double play. And a nice turn there by the shortstop, Alcides Escobar. But the Tribe gets a run. They lead at 1-0 here after 1 at Progressive Field. Brought to you by McDonald's. Hit a home run with a delicious frappe or real fruit smoothie from McDonald's. By your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. And by AT&T. 1-0 Tribe as we head to the top half of the second inning here in downtown Cleveland. And for the first time this year, Rick, some short sleeves, some T-shirts.
I was just thinking of that. The same thing. You don't see people bundled up. It's a great sign. Let's hope it continues.
The Indians in first place. KC a game and a half back, along with the Detroit Tigers, who have been very hot lately.
The Tigers are, but we'll worry about them when they get to town. Both these teams here on 3-game losing streaks.
The Royals coming off a sweep down in Arlington to the Texas Rangers this past weekend.
That's just a tough place to play down there.
Yep.
The ball's flying out, and it's already April. I mean, that ball really carries to right field. What's it going to be like in August and September? We make 2 trips to Texas this year.
Billy Butler, the batter, 2-0 from Justin Masterson. And as we talked about, playing in Texas in April is one thing, but in August and even September, that's quite another.
Yeah. No, it'll be 100 at least.
2-1 now to Billy Butler. who has been one of the most consistent hitters of late. He leads all of major leaguers since the start of the 2009 season with 100 doubles. There's a grounder to the third. Jack Hanahan, so smooth, throws him out for out number 1. And let's check in for the first time tonight with our reporter, Katie Witham. Katie.
Well, Al, Rick, Justin Masterson on the mound tonight. Last season, it actually took him 11 starts to find his first win. This year, he's tied for second in the American League with his 4-0 start, and you can see the difference in his pitch count, guys. Last year, through July, he averaged 17.7 pitches. This year, he's averaging 15.3, which basically, guys, you take a look at that, he can complete 7 innings right now comfortably with 107 pitches versus 2010. 107 pitches would barely get him through the 6th inning. He says not only is he throwing more strikes and pitching to contact, but when he steps on the mound, he's not thinking and focusing on mechanics. He's just throwing, guys.
All right, Katie, good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point because he goes out there now and he's repeating his delivery and he's continuing to throw more strikes. And, other people will follow. And, he feels more comfortable as a starter now. He's getting into his routine.
Jeff Francoeur with an 0-2 count. Francoeur on a 16-game, or rather, 14-game hitting streak.
Well, hitters this year now 1 for 24 after an 0-2 count for Masterson. That says a lot.
Broke his bat there. Jack Hanahan makes the play. And quickly there are 2 outs here in the 2nd inning for Kansas City. So that'll bring Kila Ka'ahui to the plate. Ka'ahui's been struggling this season, batting just 194. But in his career against Justin Masterson, a small sample, but he's 2 for 3 with a walk. Two outs, nobody on. And there is a first pitch strike. And, Rick, that's exactly it. Masterson gets ahead of these hitters. He is so difficult then to deal with because he has such an arsenal.
Well, his ball is never straight. I mean, he's tough to catch, let alone hit. And last year he had his trouble. When you give out walks, you give up walks. And, defensively last year they struggled a little bit. But this year when you're throwing strikes, you have defense played behind you. He's a ground ball pitcher. Mm-hmm. So, that's all in his favor. And he's a tough guy. And what happened over the weekend in Minnesota, some of the pitchers were falling behind a lot, more so than what they did early in the year when they got off to such a great start.
He's ahead of Ka'ahui here, and he strikes him out. Second strikeout for Justin Masterson. Again, the Royals go 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 2nd here in downtown Cleveland. Tribe up by a run. Travis Hafner will start it off for the Tribe with a 1-0 lead, and there's a fan. See, you use STO on a placard, and we'll do our best to get you on. There you go.
No, you will get on.
And he takes a ball from Luke Hochevar.
This was the pitching pattern in that 4-game series back in Kansas City last week. A lot of times they were going inside early in the count, and they were throwing change-ups and off-speed pitches when they were behind in the count.
There's a grounder to second. Chris Getz throws out Hafner, and one is down here in the second inning. Hey, Browns fans, STO will have a Sunday strategy draft special tomorrow at 6 o'clock with Donovan, Deacon, and Grossi. They'll talk about the Browns' needs and their predictions for the first few rounds. STO HD, your home for complete Browns coverage. Make sure you check it out. The voice of the Browns, Jim Donovan, Tony Grossi, and Doug Deacon, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, right here on Sports Time Ohio. So one down for Orlando Cabrera. And the NFL draft coming up on Thursday, Rick. Hard to believe that's here already. Just wonder if he'll be playing come fall.
Well, it looks like it. They have an injunction going on right now, right?
Yeah, we'll see if that holds. Some Browns players showed up today to the practice facility, and we're told you can go to the locker room, but you can't work out.
What do they want to do? Go look at the locker room?
Make sure everything's there, I guess. 1-2 the count here to Orlando Cabrera, who's really solidified that second base position for the Tribe this year. Checks his swing. And on the appeal, as Diaz says, he did not go. Boy, nice to have a veteran like this at second base, isn't it?
Well, he settled in. You never knew what you were going to get. There's the check swing. It was close. He's been much better than I thought, but for him, after playing shortstop, he's made it look easier than what I think it really is. He did have a little hiccup there on the game in Sunday in Minnesota. You know, the first error there. And it ended up costing the Indians, but he's been solid.
And he swings and misses there, and Luke Hochevar has his first strikeout of the night. 2 down here in the second inning for the Tribe. All right, time now for the AT&T Trivia question. Let's see what we have tonight. Name the 2 players in Major League history with 600-plus doubles, 100-plus triples, and 300-plus home runs. We'll have the answer for you coming up later here on the broadcast. That's the AT&T Trivia question. So what do you think it could be? Here's Michael Brantley with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom half of the second inning. Michael has looked very good this year. His last 9 games, hitting .314. A couple of doubles and 3 runs batted in. 1-1 here from Luke Hochevar. Grady Sizemore returned. Michael Brantley's been dropped down to the 7-hole, but really hasn't missed a beat. And he hits that one hard to center. Cabrera, though, cruising over, makes the catch, and the Indians go 3 up, 3 down in their half of the second. We'll head to the third. 1-0 Tribe. to remind you to stay tuned for later in the game to see what our Miller Taste Greatness moments will be. Tribe with a 1-0 lead here. The fans just enjoying a nice night at the ballpark. Gotta love those April temperatures in the low 70s. Doesn't get much better than that in Northeast Ohio.
It's been the only day like that this April.
Yeah, pretty much. At least when we're in town. Alcides Escobar will lead it off. Shows bunt. Masterson quickly off the hill. Makes the nice play.
Nice. I mean, that's a good idea by Escobar to try and get something going, but it was a little too far out in front of the plate, and Masterson was able to get it.
All right, Katie Witham is in the stands. Katie, where you at?
Hey, I'm over here hanging out along third base, and you know what? Tomorrow night, you want to make sure you're here. It's the first Fill the House for charity. We will be sending $1 to every ticket to the Cleveland Animal Protective League. There is no better reason to come on out here, support the tribe, support that charity. Every Wednesday game will be a different charity, so come on out. Check out theindians.com for more information, guys.
Thanks, Katie. And yeah, the Animal Protective League does a great job, and that's tomorrow night. Fill the house for charity. Matt Trainer to the plate with one out, nobody on here in the third inning. He looks at a strike from Justin Masterson. Quickly 0-2 to Matt Trainer. Starting at catcher here. Came over March 28th in a deal for cash. So Matt Trainer, most recent addition to the Royals, and he swings and misses.
Well, I'll tell you,
3 pitches and a strikeout. Masterson's third.
Both these pitchers are very good when they get to 0-2 counts. Hoshaver hitters are 0 for 22. Now hitters with Masterson are 1 for 25. And that fastball just takes off, and he expands the strike zone so well. You know, normally you're looking for that sinker down. This one took off, rides on him, gets his third strikeout. Well, there you go.
All right.
Easy to count.
Strikeout meter is going here tonight at Progressive Field for Justin Masterson, who has 3. 2 outs, third inning, nobody on for Chris Getz. It's KC still looking for their first base runner tonight. That's 2-0 to Chris Getz. Formerly of the Chicago White Sox, came over as part of the deal for Mark Teahen. And movement on Masterson's pitches, Rick, is that anything you can teach, or is that just something you kind of are born with?
No, it's just arm. No, it's movement. I don't think you can teach it. You may be able to grip the ball a little differently, but everybody's different with size, strength, size of hand, and the way it comes out of their hand. I mean, that's one thing a pitching coach says. You know, it doesn't matter if you throw 95, but if you have movement on it and control it, that's the toughest thing, late movement to hit a baseball.
Getz fights that one off. It'll go foul into the seats. That's what makes Masterson so tough, too. I mean, his fastball, depending on the 2-seamer or 4-seamer, can go anywhere between 90 to 95, so he's still throwing hard, but with all that movement to boot.
He hasn't really, you know, at 95, I think is a little too hard for him. You know, when he's free and easy, I look at 93, and that thing takes off, and it seems like he's taking a little something off. His problem last year, sometimes he would lose his arm slot. You know, it would take a while for him to get it back into zone.
Chris Getz doing a nice job just staying alive here. Well, Justin's been feeling it this year, and really this started second half of last year, too. You could see Justin progressing towards where he's at right now. Getz sits that one right back to him. Nice play, Justin. 3 up, 3 down again for the Royals. They'll go to the bottom of the third. 1-0. 8-9-1 in the Indians' order here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Tribe, and Matt Laporta just fouled down the left field line. And Matt Laporta hitting the 8-hole has done pretty well this April, especially lately. In his last 8 games, he's batting .333.
There you go. Jump on him early. Hochevar's a guy like Masterson. If he gets ahead of you, he's got the pitches to put you away. So look for that first good pitch and get after him. It's a good quick swing there by Laporta.
Pitch a little inside. What's been different about Matt Laporta this year versus last with his consistency?
I don't think he's been consistent this year, to be honest with you. I think he's got a long way to go.
Hitting just .246 this year.
You know, here's a guy that at first base, you want to see him up in the, you don't want to see him in the 8th hole of your lineup. You want to see him up, a lot higher. And I think if he becomes a hitter that people think he can be, he should be up there, but he hasn't proven that yet.
Hochevar makes that play. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Jack Hanahan coming to the plate. And let's check in now with our minor league report and another Tribe prospect. And how about Alex White? Last night in game 1 of a doubleheader against Indianapolis, Clippers won 6-1. White got the win. 8 strikeouts. How about his numbers in 4 starts?
Well, he's off to a great start. Now I want to ask if Carrasco doesn't make the, you mentioned he's got a pitch in the bullpen tomorrow. And after the MRI, and if he's okay, he will pitch on Saturday. If not, they will need a pitcher for Saturday. He could be a candidate available to get called up, although he's not on the 40-man roster.
Right.
David Huff would be another one, and I think a lot of the people would love to see this kid, but I don't know what they have planned. Hopefully, Carrasco's going to be fine.
Right.
Because Gomez is starting, Friday?
Yeah, Gomez will get the call Friday, so Saturday if Carrasco's okay. Meanwhile, Jack Hanahan blasts that one to right center. On its way. Gone. Home run for Jack Hanahan. His 3rd of the year. 2-0 Indians.
That's his first homer off a right-hander this year. And he put a good swing on that baseball and into right center field. The 21st home run this year by the Tribe.
This home run replay is brought to you by Great Clips. For every home run, Great Clips is donating $50 to the Gathering Place. Learn more at touchedbycancer.org. Great needs, great deeds, Great Clips. That's just about the exact spot that Jack Hanahan hit it on opening day here against the White Sox. And that breeze blown out a little bit, but boy, he pounded that ball. Now Grady Sizemore looks at a pitch up high with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. 2-0 Tribe.
It's the 7th long ball given up by Hochevar this year, and that's a lot.
Swing and a miss for Grady. And how special has Jack Hanahan been? Glove work at third base. You'd be pressed to find a better fielding third baseman right now in the American League. But hitting-wise, .267, 3 homers, and now 10 runs batted in.
He's been a pleasant surprise.
So Jack Hanahan taken to the 9-hole. And
it's the first home run off Kansas City pitching this year as well. We went into that series and didn't hit one out. That's a big old ballpark, and it was awfully cold and wet.
Good breaking ball there for Hochevar.
You take a peek at this pitch upstairs, and he gave him swinging room, and boy, he put a nice swing on it. That front foot was up and down in a hurry, and the hands got through the hitting area in a hurry.
Wow. That one hit Sizemore on the back heel. So Grady will trot down to first base. Some of the fans booing, but obviously Hochevar on a 1-2 pitch isn't trying to hit Grady Sizemore. Just gave him a free pass with 2 strikes against him.
I'm not sure where it got him. That ball went behind him, and that's tough to get out of a way when you're a hitter. That's behind him. The only thing you do is you jump back into it. That was just in a spot. There was not a thing Grady could do about it.
That's smart. Grady kind of hopped down to first base. Now was Dribble Cabrera. So Grady's been on base twice tonight. Doubled his first time up and then hit by pitch there.
That's the old trick, I guess. When you're a base stealer, get hit in the foot or you're hobbling or you limp down to first base, that pitcher expects you to run on the first pitch. He's thrown over there twice.
A little lean to second, but he got back.
It's going to make Grady mad, and Grady will want to steal the base now after hitting him and then throwing over twice.
Rick, you talked earlier about the Indians looking to run. Hochevar seems to be well aware of that, too, because he's thrown over to first quite a bit tonight already. Here's some numbers for Grady, who hit his 200th career double in the first inning. That's impressive when you can contribute in that many categories, as Grady has. And there he goes. Cabrera protecting on the swing. The throw to second.
He missed him. He didn't even tag him. See, Grady never argues. He missed him. That's not a good call by Scott Berry. From my angle, Escobar just swiped at air. And I'm not saying the throw didn't beat him, but I did not see a tag. We'll get another look at it. Cabrera swings at it like it's a hit and run. Grady peeks back in to see. You see the short hop? If he tagged him on that front leg, then he's out. But it didn't look like it to me.
No, it did not.
He missed him. He's safe. Yep. He got him on the back leg.
Cabrera hits that one down the left field line, but it's foul. So 1-2 now to Asdrubal Cabrera with 2 outs here in the third inning. And Grady Sizemore talking to manager Manny Acta, saying exactly what you did, Rick. He never got me.
No, and that happens. Obviously, the umpire felt like he tagged him on the leg, and that's okay. I mean, to me, it looked like he was safe, and Grady's telling Pronk right now, I was in there.
Cabrera lines that one to center, but right at Melky Cabrera. So he hits it hard. But Cabrera is the third out here in inning number 3. But the Tribe adds another on a solo shot by Jack Hanahan. 2-0 Indians. We go 2-0 Indians in the lead. The Royals 9 up, 9 down thus far. So back to the top we go. Mike Aviles steps in. He flew out to center field his first time up. He's showing bunt and taking a ball from Justin Masterson, who's been very efficient tonight. That was his 39th pitch. 74% of those have been for strikes.
Well, and every time, the first, second, and third inning, he's been out on the mound for 4 minutes.
Looper to left center, going out. Cabrera. Asdrubal hauls it in. Out number 1 here in the 4th inning. Fireworks coming up this weekend. Katie Witham, that sounds exciting. You ready for it?
Yes, absolutely. You know what? I'm hanging out here with Thomas from Akron, big Indians fans. Thomas, you like fireworks, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. We've got them going on the first ever show Friday night after the Indians take on the Detroit Tigers. You want to get on your computer, log on to Indians.com, buy your tickets in advance. You can save a couple bucks. You can skip the lines and get on out here for the fireworks show, guys.
Well, that sounds great. And also, All-Star balloting begins tonight online at Indians.com. You can vote for some tribesmen there. We'll begin at the ballpark with the ballots this weekend as Melky Cabrera breaks his bat but gets the first hit of the night just under the glove of Orlando Cabrera. He thought about going to second, but then quickly puts the brakes on and heads back to first. So the Royals have a base runner for the first time tonight here in the fourth inning.
This game was starting to take shape like the one did back in Kansas City, except in reversal, where Masterson was pitching the perfect game up until this swing here. Gets under the glove of Orlando Cabrera into center field. So the first hit for the Royals. Royals coming in to tonight leading the league in average with a 269 average. Second run scored with 112. So offensively they've gotten off to a good start.
And one of the big reasons is this man at the plate right now, Alex Gordon, who struck out his first time up, but he's currently on an 18-game hitting streak. And there's the average, 352. He's also got 14 RBI already this year.
Could you imagine being on this pace all year long? That's what George Brett did one year, hitting 390.
I was going to say the Royals fans know all about that, but
yeah, but I'm saying this guy's on an 18 game. Like
right.
That's like a high school streak. But can you imagine a 162 game streak like that? That would be some kind of fun year, wouldn't it?
It sure would. We talk about how hot he is right now. Think about George Brett, who was at 400, even hotter than Alex Gordon.
That's right.
Yeah, finished the year at 390. In fact, in late August of that year, Rick, you were on that team when George Brett's average dropped a little bit from about 398 down to 392 or 3. A weekend in late August there in 1980.
I don't remember it against us, I'll tell you.
He always seemed to hit well against the Tribe, but he hit well against everybody. Gordon smacks that one fair down the right field line. Shin-Soo Choo will get it off the wall. Meanwhile, Cabrera's being waved around. And he'll score. It's a double for Alex Gordon. The Royals are on the board, and the Indians' lead sliced in half at 2-1.
Well, this ball, he smokes it, and it just stayed inside the bag at first base. It was hit hard, got down into the corner. And Choo was debating whether to cut that ball off or not by the time it got in the corner. Cabrera, see it comes out. Gordon was thinking to third, and it gets by him right there. I don't think they would have had a play at the plate. And then Gordon was thinking of third base. He just hesitates. So now Kansas City on the board with back-to-back hits. And there's a 19-game hitting streak.
Boy, he is just smacking the baseball. Now Billy Butler with the pitch inside for ball one. That was the 15th RBI for Alex Gordon this season as well. So after going 9 up, 9 down, KC getting to Masterson a little bit here in the fourth with Melky Cabrera, a leadoff single, and then Alex Gordon doubles them in. And Butler hits that one down the right field line. That's fair. That'll score Gordon. We're tied at 2. Choo with trouble in the corner, able to get it in, but it's back-to-back doubles as Butler brings home Gordon. 10th RBI this season for Billy Butler.
You know, this is Mr. Double when you talk doubles. That's his 5th of the year. Billy Butler, so it's 3 straight hits now for the Royals. We have a new ball game. He takes that slider. He left that one middle of the plate, and you can see the beautiful inside-out approach by Billy Butler, staying on the baseball. That's what makes him such a good high-average hitter, good RBI guy. He shoots that one down into the corner.
And since the beginning of the 2009 season for Billy Butler, double number 101, and that leads baseball in that category. So Butler's on second base now with 1 out for Jeff Francoeur, who's on a 14-game hitting streak. He grounded out to Jack Hanahan his first time up, and now it's 2-0 with that inside pitch. So 3 consecutive base hits now for KC. They've tied the game at 2. Francoeur with an opportunity now to give KC the lead. Francoeur has also been knocking in the runs. He has 18 this year. That's tied for second in the league. There's Butler at second. To first through Laporta. Around third comes Butler. They'll hold him there as Chu's throw will come right to Santana. Butler would have been a dead duck.
Yeah, when you said through Laporta, that's right. That ball was hit hard by Francoeur, but still it looked like Matt Laporta had a chance to backhand it.
And let's take a look at our great clip from Sunday's game, brought to you by Great Clips. 2 great throws by Shin-Soo Chu.
Well, the first one was a one-hopper. The second one was with 2 outs, so you're throwing it all the way in the air and no chance. And the same thing would have happened in that last play right there if Billy Butler tried to score.
Relax, you're at Great Clips. As Tim Belcher comes to the mound, and now Francoeur on a 15-game hitting streak. And nothing else. Kansas City, at least, unlike Minnesota on Sunday, has learned that probably not a good idea to run on Chu. So now the Royals have runners at the corners, 4 consecutive hits. KC threatening to take the lead for the first time tonight right here with Kila Ka'ahui. He struck out his first time up. So the second time through the order here, the Royals have been on Masterson.
He could use a ground ball double play and get out of this inning. They have hit the ball hard 4 straight times.
Ka'ahui checks his swing. 1-0 here. And a ground ball would be nice for Masterson to try and get out of this inning. Infield is a double play depth. Outfield straight away. There's a strike. Well, you can't be completely surprised that Kansas City would go off here in this 4th inning, Rick. As you mentioned, they're top hitting team in the American League, and they score a lot of runs, too. It was a matter of time before you hold this middle of the order down. They've been pretty good this year, and they've shown it here. Here's that grounder to short. Asdrubal to Orlando, the turn, the throw, and he got him at first. Just what Justin Masterson needed. A double play gets him out of the inning, but the Royals have tied the game at 2. Gorgeous night so far tonight for a ball game. Indians and Royals now tied at 2 as KC got a couple in the top half of this inning. You're looking in from our Panini Scam high atop the ballpark. And it'll be hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the Indians' order. Shin-Soo Choo, Carlos Santana, and Travis Hafner. Choo grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And he takes a first pitch ball from Luke Hochevar.
One thing the Indians did very well in their last homestand, and one reason why they have a 7-game home winning streak, is because they've been able to respond when a team puts runs on the board. And they were very successful last homestand, so Kansas City put 2 on. Let's see if they can stop their momentum and get another one on.
There's a strike to Choo. So 2-1 to the Indians' right fielder. And now 3-1. Choo hits that one to left field, sinking and in front of Alex Gordon for a base hit. Choo is right on that pitch, and that tends to look like he's coming out of it when he hits the ball like that.
Well, I like him using the whole field, and I'm surprised that's about the only ball Gordon hasn't caught against the Indians going to left field. I mean, it was a nice pitch, sinker down and away. Choo stayed on beautifully, especially with the count in his favor. In comes Gordon. He will short hop it. He made a couple of diving plays like that against the Indians in Kansas City.
Yes, he did. A couple of nice ones. So Choo's aboard here in the 4th inning with nobody out. And now Carlos Santana, who hit into the 3-6-3 double play his last time up. Both clubs now with 2 runs on 4 hits. No one's committed an error yet. Santana hits another double play ball to second, gets short for 1. Escobar makes the relay, and quickly 2 out here in the 4th inning. Let's check in with other action tonight in Major League Baseball. We'll go back to our studios. Dave Chudowski has the latest on the Mariners and Tigers.
All right, guys, watch this play. Tapa to Miguel Olivo to left. And Ryan Rayburn, I got it. No, I don't. It bounces off of him, and it's a home run to tie the game at 1. That's the score right now in the 4th inning. Wow, back to you.
My goodness, Dave. So
Who's that, Jose Canseco?
I was going to say the first thing that came to mind was Canseco here back at Old Municipal Stadium in '93 when it went off his head and right. So Ryan Rayburn helps out the Mariners with a home run. How about that? 2 outs for Travis Hafner here in the 4th inning. And he swings and misses. The Kansas City defense on the infield is shaded towards the right side, but not the true shift that we've sometimes seen. As Escobar a few feet to the left of second. You see it there. That one popped up, heading towards the seats.
We'll send along some birthday wishes tonight. Ethan Kohut is turning 2. Happy 2nd, Ethan. Ina Khan of Mansfield is turning 92. Happy birthday to you. We have a pair of twins, Gladys Gunn and Gloria Robinson of Cleveland, turning 79 today. Happy birthday to you both.
And a special hello to Matt Wolf of Lowellville, who sang the national anthem before today's game. Big Indians fan. There's a shot by Hafner. That's fair. It'll head to the corner. Travis around first on his way to second. He'll make it easily with a double. And the Indians have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
It's the second double now for the Indians. Breaking ball went down and in, didn't get it in enough. And Hafner spanks it down the right field line. Travis, double number 5 for him. For the Indians, they have 41 now, and that's nice. You get a 2-out double. Now you put yourself back in scoring position. That is the very first hit this year off Hochevar in an 0-2 count, and he made a mistake to Hafner throwing him that breaking ball inside.
Now Orlando Cabrera to short. Escobar, the good throw, and he got him at first base. What a play by the shortstop, Alcides Escobar, to retire Orlando Cabrera. And the Indians in the 4th inning. We'll go to the 5th, even at 2. United, proud to fly the Cleveland Indians. By your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers, it's time to join the Hyundai movement. And by Panini's, get overstuffed at any one of the 18 locations in Northeast Ohio. Looking in here at Progressive Field, a gorgeous night for a ball game. Temperature was 74 degrees at first pitch. A few clouds that were here have pretty much moved on now as we go to the 5th inning. The ball game even at 2. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 in the Kansas City order. Alcides Escobar made a great play to end that inning.
I'll tell you, that kid made a play in Kansas City as well on Michael Brantley to lead the game off. But this one tonight is it's beautiful. It saves a run. But watch he gets something on the throw. The one he made in Kansas City, he was farther out and even going away, but he still can put something on the throw. He's very accurate with it, and that's a terrific play.
Pretty play indeed for Alcides Escobar.
Exactly why they got him.
Because he had something on the throw, as you said, Rick. It really wasn't that close at first base. And he goes fishing there, and he strikes out. Strikeout victim number 4 for Justin Masterson. 1 away here in the 5th inning.
Well, he helps Masterson out, but with 2 strikes, you expand the hitter's zone. He gets his 4th strikeout. Justin, the first time through, he was 6 for 9 first pitch strikes. The second time through in the 4th inning, he struggled. 1 for 6.
And if you look at him this season, Rick, first time through, opposing batters hitting 182. Second time through, 294.
Well, that usually happens with a lot of guys that, it'll go up. But you got to try and control it.
Trainer pops that one straight back. Santana will give it a look and make the catch right in front of the screen. 2 outs.
Boy, I thought that thing was going to be in the seats. I didn't even bother looking down, but you see Santana staying with it. Well, the wind is blowing out, so it comes back quite a ways. He just went right to the screen, put it away. That's an easy out.
So Masterson will take that. 2 away here in the 5th inning for KC. And that'll bring Chris Getz to the plate, who grounded out to Masterson his first time up. Justin with that first pitch strike. Looks like he's back in the groove here in the 5th. There's the 1-1 pitch. That's inside. Another thing about Masterson, Rick, the couple of times that he has faced adversity this year, and if you look at his numbers, obviously he hasn't faced a lot. He's been able to bounce back. First inning, last Wednesday in KC.
Yeah, I did a nice job of holding him in there.
Gave up a couple of runs and came back and shut him down for the next 5 innings.
Well, he's never given up more than 2 runs in any start this year. His first 3 starts, it was 1 run. And in that last Kansas City start, it was 2. And he's back at 2 this time. So now you just lock it down until offensively you can maybe get on the board and score a few more. But like you said, they took an early lead, 1-0, and they've been successful. When they can take that lead, and then they added on and made it a 2-0 game, but Kansas City came right back to tie it.
And now Chris Getz has worked the count full here against Masterson. Well, the Indians 10-2 when they score first. I hope that trend continues here tonight. Gets able to lay off, and he'll head down to first base with the first walk of the night surrendered by Justin Masterson. Sports Time Ohio has complete NFL draft coverage with special editions of All Bets Are Off this week. Bruce Drennan will give you predictions, interviews, and, of course, his opinion throughout the entire draft. Plus, Coach Sam will be on set this Thursday. All Bets Are Off is your place for total Browns draft info Thursday and Friday at 3 o'clock. I'll tell you, nothing better than All Bets Are Off with Bruce Drennan. And yes, Cleveland, he does love you. There's the throw over to first to keep Getz there. So 2 outs with a runner at first base. 2-2 game. And Mike Aviles will fly it out and popped out his first 2 times up. Flew out to center and then popped out to short. Looks at a strike. Mike Aviles getting the start at third base again. Pitch out, nothing doing with Getz here. And part of that is because, though, Wilson Benamite, left-handed batter against Masterson, but he's only 1 for 6 for 167 as a career average. So he gets the night off here, and Mike Aviles over at third. And now it's 1-2 to Aviles. Some of the fans come to life. The 1-2. Aviles fouls it off again. Aviles can be a tough out, Rick. Even though he's a guy that'll get you extra base hits, he can be on a lot of pitches, too.
Well, yeah, he had a terrific rookie year. The guy swings a bat. There's no question. He's a good offensive player. He's got that little hitch up there that he goes, and he likes to extend it, and he is. He's got some pop.
And that time he foul-tipped it, but it's caught by Santana. 5th strikeout for Justin Masterson. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Game tied at 2. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 game. Tribe and Royals here. The first of a 6-game homestand for the Indians. And first of a 3-game series with Cleveland and KC. And Michael Brantley will lead it off, followed by Matt Laporta and then Jack Hanahan. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 here in the 5th inning for the Tribe. Brantley a line out to center his first time up. Takes a strike there. Kochaver settling in now as well. He's only given up 5 hits tonight.
This is the inning to watch him after that 5th inning. They were able to get to him in the 6th last time. But, yeah, he only has 52 pitches.
Brantley hits that one to left. Gordon, though, left plenty of room. 1 out here in the 5th. And time now to check in with the game recap brought to you by your Northern Ohio Toyota dealers. Jack Hanahan with the home run here to put the Indians ahead 2-0. That was a solo shot, but the Royals come back with 4 hits and score 2 runs in the 4th inning. Gordon a double, Butler a double, and we're tied at 2 here in the 5th inning at Progressive Field. Find out more about more than 30 Toyota offers available now at buyatoyota.com. And Laporta drives that one to left field. That one's on its way. See ya. Way out of here. 3-2 Tribe as Matt Laporta goes yard.
take a look at this McDonald's I'm loving it replay. And I mean, on the swing of Matt Laporta is going to get a breaking ball that Hochevar again leaves middle of the plate. And it's amazing. Hanging breaking balls can go a long way. Matt Laporta able to keep the hands back. And you can see where it hits up on the ice cold beer stand. Oh, it was thirsty. It was hunting.
Boy, he has been hitting the baseball this last week.
Indians take a 3-2 lead.
And Laporta now 3 homers and 11 runs batted in this year. Well, that is nice to see, isn't it, Rick?
It's always nice to see. Yes, it is.
So now Jack Hanahan, who homered his only time up back in the 3rd inning to right center. And he's quickly down 0-2 here to Luke Hochevar.
It's not a good sign, but he did give up his first 0-2 hit of the year tonight to Hafner. That coming on the breaking ball as well.
Now 1-2 to Jack Hanahan. And when the lower part of your order can deliver, that just lengthens things and really helps you offensively.
Well, always nice when you get some production from the bottom part of that lineup because it makes it that much easier for the top.
And Hanahan hits another deep drive to right. That one heading towards the seats. Gone! His second tonight. 4-2 Tribe as Laporta and Hanahan go back-to-back.
Well, I don't think you're going to get much better production out of the bottom part of your lineup than the Indians are getting from Laporta and Hanahan tonight. Jack with his second home run. And they go back-to-back style. And this is going to be another breaking ball. Look at that. Another hanging breaking ball that leaves the yard. Boy, that's a pitch that he better get down. I'm sure Bob McClure, the Royals pitching coach, is telling him, you better bounce it a couple of times. Fan almost makes a nice play, deflects it, but still picks it up. So the Indians come back and put 2 on the board.
So Jack Hanahan with 2 blasts tonight, 1 to right center and that one to right field. 3rd homer of the night for the Tribe, and all 3 home runs have come from the bottom 2 in the batting order. Laporta with 1 and Hanahan with 2. Now Sizemore as the Indians have taken that 2-run lead once again. And he's up there swinging away at the first pitch, fouling it away. So the Tribe using the long ball tonight.
That's 9 home runs now given up by Luke Hochevar on the year, and you're looking at just about 35 innings, or make it 36 innings.
And he gave up 6 combined in his first 3 starts and hadn't given up 1 since then until tonight.
Yeah, well, we saw Eric Bedard earlier in the year. He can give them up. But it's been the breaking ball for Hochevar tonight. They have gone a long way.
0-2 here to Grady Sizemore, who wants time. Laporta and Hanahan. Both homers were no doubters as well.
5 out of the 7 hits from the Tribe, extra base hits. The 2 doubles, 1 by Sizemore, 1 by Hafner to go with the 3 homers.
Sizemore drives that one to left center. Melky Cabrera going back to the track. He leaps, can't catch it. Sizemore around second. He'll take a wide turn, and he'll hold right there. A double for Grady Sizemore, his second of the night. And the Indians now are pounding Hochevar here in the 5th inning.
Well, Grady going to left center field. I like that swing as well. Cabrera had a chance at it, jumping at the wall and then hitting the wall. I don't know if it knocked it out of the glove or not, but he had a chance. No, it just came out of the leather before he hit the wall. Grady was thinking third, but decided, let's just slow down, stay in scoring position with 1 out. So 3 consecutive extra base hits.
Now Asdrubal Cabrera, who's 1 for 2. He hit the ball hard his last time up, but lined out to Melky Cabrera in center. The last time the Indians went back-to-back for homers last year, August 15th. They do it here tonight, Laporta and Hanahan.
Boy, Tommy telling me that, these Luke Hochevar, that was a almost a balk right there. But he came into the game 0 for 22 with on 0-2 counts. But now tonight he's given up 3 hits on that count tonight. So things have changed.
That pitch is low. So 2-0 to Asdrubal Cabrera. Sizemore in scoring position for him here. With 1 out. Indians already with 2 runs home on solo blasts by Laporta and Hanahan. They've retaken the lead 4-2. Hochevar's only throwing 63 pitches, but as you mentioned, Rick, this is the portion of the game where this season so far he struggled. (3-0) to Asdrubal Cabrera. There's Shin-Soo Choo on deck. Taking all the way for 3-1. All 4, so Cabrera will head to first.
That's just the first walk from Luke Hochevar. Now Ned Yost is going to get up, and they're going to get that bullpen going.
So the Indians with a chance to break it open a little bit here in the 5th inning. 2 runs already in. Runners at first and second and 1 out for Shin-Soo Choo. Choo tonight, 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning, and he takes a strike there.
Well, you talk about being home with the Indians winners of 7 straight in this ballpark. You know, when we left before we went on the road, they had 3 home runs in that game on Sunday. They come right back. They have 3 today. So this could be a sign of good things to come. Getting back into their home park. Was there timeout? Yeah, because the umpire vacated.
And now we would see.
Did he call a balk?
Well, there's a ball in the field.
Okay, somebody threw a ball on the field. Hochevar didn't know. He might have thought he said balk. And he's saying, wait, I had 2 last game.
I didn't do it here, trust me.
There was I don't know where it came from, if it was thrown from the seats or what, but Wally Bell saw it and called timeout.
Most likely came from the bullpen.
Well, that's a long way.
That is a long way.
I'll tell you what, that pitch would be a little high to get in there from the bullpen.
It's Nate Adcock getting loose. So we'll do it again at 0-1 to Shin-Soo Choo here in the 5th inning. And now he wants to talk to his catcher, Matt Trainer.
This happened last week in the 6th inning. After the very first hit, it was a balk. He bent his knee and then there was Laporta on third base. He started his delivery, stepped off. Without stepping off, he just took his wrong foot off the rubber. And that really cost him. He was never the same after those 2 balks. There's pitching coach Bob McClure trying to console him, but I mean, that really did affect him in that inning. It's been the home run ball that's affected him tonight in the 0-2 pitches.
And Choo hits that breaking pitch hard to first. To second for 1, back to first, and not in time. Hochevar couldn't quite find the bag as he took the relay throw from shortstop Alcides Escobar. So 2 are out. And now the Indians have runners at the corners for Carlos Santana.
Well, he got the ground ball he wanted, and he hustled over to get himself the double play ball. But the throw from Escobar looked like it was wide of the mark at first base, and he came off the bag. He was over there. Look at him run to get himself in position. He wants to get out of that inning, but the throw offline. Hochevar 6'5" to begin with, so I mean, that throw was offline. He's running one way and the throw having to come back another. Awfully tough play. He did a nice job of just catching the ball, and that's why Choo was safe.
So now Santana with an opportunity. That pitch skipped into Trainer, but he makes a nice block and holds Sizemore to third.
Matt Trainer also did a good job in Kansas City like that. keeping balls out in front and not allowing guys to take extra bases in some rough weather last week. That was a nice block with a man on third base and first and no one advances.
The trainer's done a nice job here tonight and last week at that 4-game series at Kauffman Stadium. Now, even though Santana's overall average this year is at 194, with runners in scoring position, it's 316. Santana's showing patience as well. It's one of the things you love to see from a young hitter, Rick, and even when you're in a slump, he's not over anxious swinging at bad pitches.
Well, when he gets up there, he used to walk up to hit to take a walk, and I think they're trying to settle him down a little bit. He was a little over aggressive. And now, for me, he's a little caught in between. You see, they're throwing him a lot of changeups. He's seeing a lot of off-speed pitches for strikes. They're showing him fastballs. So he's caught in between. And right now, he's just going through a very tough time.
Hochevar stepped off. Some of the fans wanted a balk, but that is not a balk. Now time called at the plate. Al Hochevar's been working hard here in the 5th inning. The Indians with 2 solo home runs from Laporta and Hanahan. And now runners at the corners with 2 outs for Carlos Santana. And there goes the runner. There'll be no throw and an easy steal for Shin-Soo Choo.
Well, they didn't want to take a chance throwing through, so you hold the ball, especially with Grady on third base. You have some speed out there. Could always go with the back end of the double steal. You've got Santana. They figure they're just going to try and get their out. Give him second base now. It just takes away the force play.
And again, Hochevar wants to talk to Matt Trainer. So 2 outs with runners at second and third now. Adcock still warming in the Royals bullpen. Hochevar just trying to get out of this inning without any further damage.
Boy, what a base hit here would do wonders, not only for Santana's confidence, but for a huge inning.
In front of that pitch, the count remains 2-2. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Royals. They've left 2 on base. 4 runs on 8 hits for the Tribe. They've left 1 on base. Neither team's committed an error tonight. Again, the 2-2. That pitch inside. Barely. Hochevar was walking off the mound. He thought he had strike 3.
Looks like that comeback fastball. Ooh, I'll tell you, that had better movement on it. I don't know what the speed was, but that was a pretty darn good pitch.
Sure looked good. But now it's a full count to Carlos Santana. Fouls that one back. Once again, another quick chat with Trainer and Hochevar. Luke Hochevar's already thrown 25 pitches this inning, 75 for the game. Ned Yost looks on concerned here as the Indians are ahead 4-2 and trying to add on.
Yeah, this is a big out in the game for Hochevar because he may be done when it's all said and done.
And a swing and a miss. So a big strikeout for Luke Hochevar. His second of the night, and he minimizes the damage. But the Indians on back-to-back homers by Laporta. Around to pick up your Wahoo Bucks. $5 discount coupons for the Subway Extreme Fan Zone. It's the place to be for a chance to win Subway gift cards, Indians Fun Money, and you'll get great discounts on your next Subway purchase. Subway, where winners eat. It's turned out to be a near perfect night for baseball thus far. Temperatures in the low 70s. Drop down to the high 60s before we're done tonight. We head to the 6th. And the Indians with a 4-2 lead behind Justin Masterson, looking to win his 5th game of the season tonight. Last year, Justin won his 5th game on August 26th in his 26th start. Melky Cabrera leads it off, looking at ball 1. He'll be followed by Alex Gordon and Billy Butler. Hitters 2, 3, and 4 in the Royals batting order.
Well, this is the part of the lineup that did the damage back in the 4th inning, so see if he can get that first out. No.
Well, Cabrera nails that one to right. Forget about it. It's gone. He got all of that one, a line drive to right field, and Melky Cabrera makes it a 4-3 game.
Yeah, this Kansas City Ball Club, they can come back at you and they can hit. That's the first home run of the year given up by Justin Masterson, and it was not a cheapie. Boy, look at, he knew it as soon as it leaves the bat. It was right into his wheelhouse. He's going to stand and watch it for a second. Yeah, you know that one's gone.
No question about it. So Melky Cabrera 2 for 3 tonight. Here's Alex Gordon. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. And you know the ball's heading out of here tonight. When Masterson's given up his first homer of the year, he's pitched now over 30 innings this season. The Indians have hit 3 home runs. Kansas City now with 1, so 4 total have left the park this evening. And Alex Gordon just continues to hit it hard, but look at the play by Michael Brantley, sliding in to make the catch.
Turnabout is fair play. That ball was hit hard as well, and Brantley just continued to come on and make a sliding catch. These are tough plays when you're an outfielder because you don't want the tying run. You know, you've got to make sure you can catch it. The ball gets past you, you let that guy in scoring position. You've got a sinker baller on the mound. You want to keep the double play in order for him. But Michael makes a nice play.
Now Billy Butler with 1 out and nobody on, and he looks at strike 1. How difficult is that move, Rick? We talk about it sometimes, center to left or center to right, but Michael Brantley has made it really a seamless transition.
Well, you're an athlete. He's an outfielder. He can play all 3 positions. I mean, sometimes the comfort level may not be there until you get repetitions out there, but Michael's played left field before, and he's a good left fielder. He can play center field, but Grady's a better center fielder. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. You can go out there in batting practice and work on a lot of different things just to get the angle of the baseball coming off the bat in all 3 positions. He's got the speed enough where he can play all 3 positions.
That's a great point, too. Brantley's been real good defensively, whether it's in center or left this year. 1-2 here to Billy Butler. His 3rd time up. Grounded out to third his first time up and doubled back in the 4th inning. Knocked in a run as well as he scored Melky Cabrera, getting his 10th RBI of the season.
Wow.
Just missing.
Whew. There's one I think Masterson thought he had, just like Hochevar thought he had on the pitch to Santana. There's a comeback fastball. Okay, you get fooled sometimes.
But Butler waves at the next one, and he's a strikeout victim anyway. 6th strikeout tonight for Justin Masterson. 2 down here in the 6th. And how about this fellow throwing out the first pitch tonight, Rick?
I'll tell you what, he did me proud. Nice little cutter. Outside part of the plate, nice job. Pastor.
Brian Heil from Church of Truth Ministries in Port Clinton. And I think that's your 1975 jersey, isn't it?
That very well could be. Nice little cutter for a strike. Nice throw.
So nice job, Brian Heil. Got the jersey up here. Rick autographed it for him.
Yeah, Nate got it up here. That's right. He got an autograph. That's good.
Jeff Francoeur now with a 1-1 count, and he hits that one hard to short. Cabrera makes it look easy. Royals are done in the 6th, but they get one back on a Melky Cabrera solo home run. 4-3 Indians as we go to the bottom of. Welcome back to Progressive Field. 4-3. Indians have the lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Fans having a great time here tonight, enjoying the weather. Enjoying a pretty entertaining game, too.
Trying to break out that rally towel. They're saying, okay, it's a one-run game. We need some more runs.
Hochshaver will come out to start the 6th, and Travis Hafner, first pitch swinging, grounds out to Chris Getz at second base. One out here in the bottom half of inning number 6. And the scoreboard update is brought to you by your Northern Ohio Ford dealers and the all-new 2012 Ford Focus. Ford, drive one. That'll bring Orlando Cabrera to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight, was a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning, grounded out to short. His last time up in the 4th. 1-1 now to Orlando Cabrera. So Rick Hochshaver was on the ropes the last inning, but with just 79 pitches thrown, he's got some time to go, and Ned Yost sending him out there again, and it's 2 ground ball outs here.
Yeah, he comes right back. You're right. Maybe that home run sparked him a little bit. They did have him on the ropes. He was able to get out of it. Well, you can become a 2011 season ticket holder and get great benefits, including a free suite for one game and a full Terrace Club membership for all full season and prorated plans. You can choose from your own seat by visiting Progressive Field. That'll be Saturday between 2 and 4. And learn about payment plans that let you spread your payments through June.
So now Michael Brantley with 2 outs and nobody on here in the 6th. And he takes strike 1 from Luke Hochshaver. Brantley 0 for 2 tonight. A line out to center his first time up, and a fly out to left his last time. Indians winners of 7 straight here at Progressive Field. Trying to make it 8 in a row here tonight. And Brantley with the base hit up the middle. So he's aboard with 2 outs. And the Indians have their 9th hit of the night.
Well, Michael put a nice swing on this changeup down. Hochshaver looking for him to roll over on it. But Michael's so patient. I mean, he waits on the baseball very well and just goes right back up the middle. Very nice swing. Now, this is a situation where I wouldn't mind see him take a chance to run, get himself in scoring position with 2 outs.
And he's on base for the power portion of the order tonight. Matt Laporta homered his last time up. Jack Hanahan, who follows him, has homered twice already.
You remember, this is the guy that he balked on back in Kansas City in that 6th inning to get that whole inning started. Oh, looked like he might have been leaning a little bit.
Yep. So Hochevar will keep a close eye on Michael Brantley at first. With 2 outs here in the 6th inning. And a 1-0 count to Matt Laporta. And Laporta hits that one high to left. But this one will stay in the yard. Gordon under it. And that's the final out of inning number 6. So we'll head to the 7th. Indians lead it by 1. Inning 4-3 Indians. Pat Murray directing tonight, Jim Murphy producing. Along with Rick Manning, I'm Al Pulowski. Thanks for joining us on a nice night for baseball here in downtown Cleveland as you get a look at the line on Justin Masterson.
6 punch-outs in his 6th inning. This is a good matchup. These two guys are going at it again. You know, when you play a team 18 times, they have a chance of matching up maybe 3, 4, possibly 5 times during the course of the year, depending on how the schedule falls, if they should both stay healthy.
Kealaka Ahui takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a 6-4-3 double play back in the 4th inning.
Something the Indians are going to have to turn around is play a little bit better in the Central Division. Just 3-6 so far to this point. Kansas City 6-5. After this series, they'll head on and play the Minnesota Twins.
2-1 now to Ka'ahui. I know it's early, Rick, but having 3 games here against the Royals and then 3 games this weekend against the Tigers, it's fairly important early season-wise to see if you can establish that, a little more consistency within your division here.
Well, you know, you're going to get your guys 18 times a year. You play them, you know, it seems like every other month. A couple of teams you play earlier, you know, in the season. But, yes, you always – and they're always good games. So you have to take control of your own division.
And a leadoff walk for Ka'ahui, the 2nd walk tonight for Justin Masterson. So he's aboard with nobody out. And let's head over to the bleachers where Katie Witham is hanging out with some fans.
It's hot out here, Al. I mean, look at these guys. We want to make sure that you guys know we've got half-price student ID nights all season long. The next one's this Friday. We also have the fireworks going on. You want to log on to Indians.com to get your tickets in advance and come on out here. Make sure to bring your student IDs with you, guys.
Katie, an enthusiastic group.
Katie, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
A lot of fun in the bleachers. Enjoying the weather tonight, enjoying the ball game as the Indians lead it 4-3 here in the 7th. And strike one to Alcides Escobar, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. Yeah, boy, I think I know what she said, but I wasn't sure. Those kids are really screaming
fired
over
up. Well, you know, they're excited. They got their shirts off. First time they've been able to do that this year. Should be the last.
0-2 here to Escobar. Strike three. Great pitch for Justin Masterson. Another strikeout, his 7th tonight.
Well, he got him to chase one in his last at-bat. It was out of the zone. This time he throws it in there for a strike, and it just locks him up. Couldn't pull the trigger, so he'll have to take that walk back for the 2nd straight time.
So one away now for Matt Trainer, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout, and a pop out to the catcher, Carlos Santana, in foul territory. Justin Masterson now at 95 pitches tonight. 62 of those for strikes. There's another one. Ellen, to the bottom of the order, Rick, how important is that? It's always important to get ahead, but especially to hitters 7, 8, and 9.
Well, you don't want to walk the leadoff hitter in any inning. Now what it does with the bottom part of the lineup, depending on who's hitting and who's running, that manager can maybe start a runner or try and hit and run, especially with the ground balls from Masterson. But you want him to get through this inning because he's probably done after this inning. Just like Katie said earlier in the game, you know, with the pitch count, the way he's been going this year, he gives you 7 innings and you have a lead. You're going to turn it over to the bullpen.
There's Tony Sipp. A little high to Trainer, 2-1 now.
Well, because it's been the top part of the lineup that has been able to get to Justin Masterson tonight. Not necessarily Aviles, but after that. So if he can roll through the 8 and 9 hitters, then he'll be fine. There you go.
Kahui, yep. He'll make it to second because he started on the hit and run, and Hanahan's able to throw him out at first base. So that'll retire Trainer, but now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And let's head back to our STO update desk. Dave Chudowski with another update in Motown.
That's right, Al. The Mariners helping to try about top of 5. Sean Figgins deep to center. The good news for Austin Jackson, it doesn't bounce off him and over the fence, but the bad news, he doesn't catch it. It's a triple. It brings in 2 to make it 6-3, but right now it's 7-3 in the 6th. Back to you.
Dave, thanks. As Seattle has a 4-run lead there against the Tigers, and Justin Masterson's night is through. And the call to the bullpen brought to you by Verizon 4G LTE. Rule the air on the most advanced 4G network in the world. Masterson with a chance to win it tonight. Let's hope he does. We'll take a break, come back with more on Tony Sipp after this. Sip on the hill. Justin Masterson, pretty good night tonight.
Well, again, Justin comes out there, and they had that one inning where they were able to string 4 hits together. Other than that, he punched out 7. Had a very good night. He walked 2. But again, he's given Manny the distance. He's taking him into the 7th inning, but Manny chooses tonight. Let me go with the left-hander Tony Sip. We'll match up against the left-hander Getz, and we'll see what happens. Tony coming on for the 11th time this year. 9 2/3 innings, struck out 6, walked 4. So this is set up for the bullpen now. They need to get on over the hump. They've struggled the last couple of games out.
And Justin Masterson with 3 runs allowed tonight. That's the most he's allowed in 5 starts this year. And that runner at second base there is still his responsibility, Kia Ka'ahue. But with 2 outs, Chris Getz is the batter facing Tony Sip. That pitch low for ball 1. Gets 1 for 4 in his career against Sip. Does have a couple of walks. So for 1 tonight with the walk. Fouls that one straight back. Tony Sip, who was pretty much the sole 8th inning guy for a while, but he enters here.
Well, that's why I'm thinking he may use him for more than 1 inning, because this is your setup guy for Chris Perez, and he's coming on with the left-hander.
You would think. I should say coming on here in the 7th, I beg your pardon. Left-handers this year against Sip are 0 for 10.
Well, Getz will be looking for a fastball here. 2-1 count. Got a breaking ball. Good pitch. He was looking for the fastball. He throws a breaking ball for a strike. He ends up taking it. Good pitch. I mean, I think Tony realized that, hey, he had a nice swing on the 1-0 pitch, that I threw him a fastball, so I got to throw a strike here with my breaking ball to get him. Now he doesn't know what to sit on.
Another good breaking ball, just out of the strike zone, though.
See, Getz is a guy, a little left-hander that's got a short swing. He's not going to try and do too much. He knows there are guys on second base. He's just going to try and play pepper with you and just serve it over the infield.
Count is full to Getz with Ka'ahue on second base. 2 outs. He fouls that one away. It's Mike Aviles. He would be next.
Well, this is the guy you want. You got to go after him. Certainly do not want to put him on base.
Again, the 3-2 pitch from Tony Sip. Swing and a miss. Tony Sip does the job. The Indians out of the inning in the 7th. Stretch time in Cleveland. Tribe leads it 4-3. Northeast Ohio? Visit Panini'sGrill.com for a location near you. As we look in from the Panini Cam, high atop Progressive Field, to the bottom of the 7th we go. 4-3 Tribe. And a man who's had a great night so far, Jack Hanahan, who's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. We'll start it off for the Tribe, looking at ball 1 from Luke Hochafer.
Well, I think he had a fastball the first time, and he caught a hanging breaking ball the second time. And boy, if this guy can get rolling against right-handed pitching, it'd be, boy, such a big plus. He did most of his damage this year against left-handers, but tonight, a nice sign.
2-0 here. I caught the outside corner. Says home plate umpire Wally Bell. And Hanahan fouls that away.
We finish up our birthdays for tonight, Al. Robert Barr of Madison is turning 57. Justin Hazelton of Lakewood is turning 30. And Sherry Coons of Talmadge. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to each and every buddy. And Zink was yesterday. Bob Zinker. Happy birthday, Zinker.
Bob Zink. Happy birthday.
I think, what's he? Zinker, what are you, 65? Happy birthday, pal. A little low.
Full count to Hanahan. And he swings and lines it to left field.
I'll tell you, that's the swing. He started doing that on the road trip against the right-handers, using that hole. And I'll tell you, he's had 3 great swings against Hochafer tonight. Really nice going the other way. Boy, picture perfect. He's seeing the ball very well right now. That's hit number 10 for the Indians and hit number 3 for Jack Hanahan.
So 2 home runs and an opposite field single with 2 strikes. And he's aboard with nobody out here in the 7th for Grady Sizemore, who's 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of doubles. The 200th and 201st doubles of his career. And with Hanahan showing power and going to the opposite field, hitting in the 9 hole. I mean, that's exactly what you look for. His average up to 290 now.
Well, yeah, you get 3 hits in a ball game in April, and it can jump.
Sizemore sends that one back. Rick, you got a chance. No, I would have held your legs if you wanted to dive.
A little short. I had a good jump on that ball, just a little short.
There we are. Yep, and Rick was up immediately going for it. He was.
I had to protect you, Al.
I appreciate
Your mom
that.
called me and says, "Don't let a ball hit my son, Al."
Oh boy, that's nice of you. Sure.
We used to have a net up here.
I'm sure if the net was there, you would have dove after it, right? Taken more of a risk.
I wouldn't have dove. No, sirree. I'm too old for that.
I would have grabbed your ankles. You could have, I don't know if I would have held on the whole way. But 1-1 here to Grady Sizemore with Hanahan on first base. Second 3-hit game of the year for Jack Hanahan now. Talking about batting averages, how about Grady Sizemore's? Now at 400 with the. Actually, he's 2 for 2 tonight. A couple of doubles and a hit by pitch. Laces that one foul. Well, since Grady has come back, Rick, he looks every bit the Sizemore that he was from, 05 to 08.
You know, a lot of people, you don't know what to expect coming back from an injury like he suffered, the microfracture surgery, which is, it's very difficult. Sandy Alomar had it, and, he came back quickly. But, Grady Sizemore's been a good player, a great player for a long time. It's just the last year and a half to 2 years he's been suffered with injuries. And hopefully he stays healthy, because we forget how exciting it was.
And he's out for the first time tonight on a strikeout for Hochafer. That's his 3rd of the evening. First out here of the 7th. Time now for tonight's Miller Taste Greatness moments. Let's go back to last August. Asdrubal Cabrera, a walk-off winner here at Progressive Field. That's our Miller taste greatness moment. And a big reception for Droobs as he touches home plate. Last August, walk-off win for the Tribe against the Royals.
Did I hear Droobs come out?
Did.
Okay.
That's what I used last August when he hit that. And Droobs delivers again. This time a single to right field. That's his second hit tonight. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, and the Indians with runners at first and second now, 1 away here in the 7th inning.
Well, and out comes Ned Yost. It's going to be time for a pitching change. You're going to see that pitch was upstairs. It had to be a changeup because he was able to pull that ball into the hole and into right field. So that'll do it for Luke O'Shaver tonight.
So he's done after 97 pitches, and the Royals make the call to the bullpen. We'll take a break here in the 7th inning with the Indians ahead 4-3. In the 7th inning with a couple aboard. And a great thing happening this June.
Yeah, it'll be the first Indians Music Festival taking place Saturday, June 11th, featuring Brad Paisley, Blake Shelton, Jared Neiman, and 7 other artists. A special offer for the homestand, $10 on seat locations. Just visit Indians.com and use the password Paisley, and this offer is only available through Sunday.
The new pitcher for Kansas City, Lewis Coleman.
Made his major league debut against the Indians last week. Pitched out of LSU, and he had first time I saw him, he looked very good.
So he'll face Shin-Soo Choo here. And he drives that one to right center field. Melky Cabrera taking a look. It's gone to the bullpen. A 3-run homer for Shin-Soo Choo, and the Indians break it open.
Well, that's not a way you want to make your first pitch in the inning. Shin-Soo Choo got a ball down the middle, and I mean, he gave it a ride for his 3rd home run of the year. The Indians' 4th home run of the night. And it's a big 3-run homer. Those are the ones you like. Watch this swing down the middle. Uh-oh. Right into the Indians' bullpen. Boy, that'll get you going.
And the home run replay brought to you by Great Clips. For every home run, Great Clips is donating $50 to the Gathering Place. So 7-3 on Choo's 3-run home run. And the Indians up 7-3. Carlos Santana up with 1 out here in the 7th inning. And boy, Choo was ready for that pitch.
Boy, well, right down the middle. He better, when you come in, you want to get ahead of the first hitter, but when you're facing the middle part of that lineup, you want to make a little better pitch than that. Even though Choo has not been swinging well, he hit that ball hard, and it was a mistake pitch.
4th home run tonight for the Tribe.
But this is how the Indians have been playing at home. They've been getting good offense in this ballpark. They've been hitting a long ball. They have 4 tonight, and a combination of some good pitching as well.
Now 3-1 to Carlos Santana. The count goes full. Santana tonight has hit into 2 double plays and struck out in the 5th.
So for the second straight start in a row, Hochevar gives up 6 to the Indians.
And Carlos Santana is out unassisted at first base. So 2 outs here in the 7th inning for the Tribe. Don't miss the Browns draft party Thursday at Brown Stadium. It's a free party beginning at 5 and will include complete first-round draft coverage, live music, and appearances by Browns alumni. Plus, you can choose your season tickets from the best available inventory. For more information, call 877-6-BROWNS. That's the draft party this Thursday night at Brown Stadium. Who will Cleveland take? The most overanalyzed thing, I think, in sports now is the draft, but it's fun. Coming up Thursday night. The Browns with that 6th overall pick. So now with 2 outs, Travis Hafner to the plate. 9,650 here tonight. What has been by far the best weather night for Indians baseball this season. Two strikes on Travis Hafner. He's grounded out twice to the second baseman Chris Getz and doubled back in the 4th inning. It was opposite field there with a sizzler into the seats. It's another thing we've seen Travis do more of now than maybe he did a few years ago. Go the other way with some authority.
Well, he's fouling off some pitches like he used to when he was down in the count 0-2, and he gives in. You know, you get to 2 strikes, you can't always pull the ball, so he has been taking some base hits the other way, you know, to stay alive in the at-bat. You know, pitchers get ahead of you 0-2, and they make good pitches. More times than not, you're going to be out. You know, but if you can foul off, good hitters find a way to foul off good pitches to stay alive in an at-bat in hopes that a pitcher might make a mistake.
Now 2-2 to Travis Hafner, who coming into tonight in his last 9 games was hitting .433, a couple of homers and 4 runs batted in. Already has 1 extra base hit tonight. And a 2-2 count here. He stays alive. He just looks different this year too, Rick, than he did the last couple of seasons.
He's quicker. He's got better bat speed, you know, than he has had in the past. He's quicker on the pitch inside. We noticed that right off the bat this year. Manny Acts will be the first one to tell you. He has better bat speed. Stronger. There you go. Right back into the count now. 3-2 count down from 0-2. After falling off a couple of pitches, staying alive, and he's right back in it.
So the 8th pitch of the at-bat from Coleman coming here. And it's ball 4.
And it saves him an at-bat. Good at-bat by Hafner.
So he'll head down to first base with 2 outs for Orlando Cabrera. Still looking for his first hit tonight. Cabrera 0 for 3, a strikeout, couple of ground outs.
Yeah, Santana and Cabrera are the only 2 without a hit in the Indians lineup tonight.
And breaking ball a little bit low. You know, the Indians with 7 runs on 12 hits tonight. The Royals 3 runs on 5 hits. Cabrera hits that one high in the air on the infield. Alcides Escobar, the shortstop, makes the call and makes the catch. So the Indians are retired here in the 7th inning, but Shin-Soo Choo with a 3-run blast puts the Indians ahead now 7-3.
presented by the authority of the Cleveland Indians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
The Indians with 4 home runs tonight, 3 solo shots and a 3-run homer by Shin-Soo Choo. Have a 7-3 lead over the Royals as we enter the 8th inning here at Progressive Field. Tony Sipp came out to get the last batter. Chris Getz on a strikeout in the 7th. Faces the top of the Royals order here in the 8th of Aviles, Cabrera, and Gordon. Mike Aviles tonight 0 for 3. Rick, in that series against Kansas City, the 4-gamer last week, Cleveland had 145 at-bats, no home runs. Tonight, 4 homers in their first 28 at-bats in this series.
Boy, it makes a difference, doesn't it? I mean,
Sure
when you
does.
look at them at home, this is their 10th game at home this year. They've hit 17 homers here. They've gone on the road. We played 12 games on the road. We've only hit 7. So the long ball has been their friend in their home ballpark this year.
Indians trying to win their 8th in a row at Progressive Field here tonight. A ball in the dirt, 2-2 here to Mike Aviles. And he lines that one to center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Mike Aviles. And he's aboard for Melky Cabrera here with nobody out in the 8th. All right, let's take a look now at the answer to our AT&T trivia question. Name the 2 players in Major League history with 600-plus doubles, 100-plus triples, and 300-plus home runs.
Any ideas?
No.
One was a third baseman for the Royals. The other one was my idol, number 6. Stan the Man.
Oh, yes. Stan the Man Musial from the Cardinals.
It was just his bobblehead the other day in St. Louis, as a matter of fact. What was it, Sunday night? I think it was his bobblehead.
And you know, it's not amazing that George Brett has the doubles and the homers, but 100-plus triples.
Well, they played on that turf, and George could run a little bit for a third baseman. He was no slowpoke.
That's
you know,
true.
He could steal bases. So, I mean, and you hit gaps out there. That was a ballpark where you could hit inside the park home runs as well, as Willie Wilson showed.
Yes, he did. Good trivia question tonight.
That's Redbird, man. He always has good trivia
always
questions.
on.
All right,
Yes,
I'm
he
expecting big things from you tomorrow on that trivia question.
Okay. Well, hopefully Redbird will be a little easier on.
No.
He never is, I know.
He's
He's
not.
tough.
He's a baseball geek. He loves it.
There are no gimmies from Redbird.
Oh, he makes some. There's some easier ones. I think he makes it fair for everybody.
Oh.
You may have to go back in the archives, but you got to be a historian at times as well.
All right. Well, I'm due.
He gets us with the questions that are right up front that happened in the last couple of years.
2-1 here to Melky Cabrera. Royals 3-6-0. Indians 7-12-0. Errorless ball here tonight. And now Melky Cabrera 3-1. As Tony Sipp falls behind. There's Alex Gordon. Continued his career high hitting streak tonight. It's now at 19 games. He doubled back in the 4th, and he's going to get to bat with a couple aboard as Melky Cabrera takes the walk. So the Royals trying to start a rally here in the 8th inning. They have runners at first and second, nobody out. And now Carlos Santana will head to the mound and talk with Tony Sipp. Orlando Cabrera stops in as well. Castano has been loosening in the Indians' bullpen. A right-hander's on deck in Billy Butler.
Yeah, you've got Butler, Francoeur coming up, and you know the start of the inning. You don't count these Royals out. They can score in a hurry. They've got a number of guys with hit streaks, both of them intact tonight after the 4th inning because Gordon made his 19. Francoeur, when did he make his 15?
The Royals now with 3 runs tonight have 115 for the season. That's second in the American League. And there's a strike from Tony Sipp to Alex Gordon. And he's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Struck out back in the first inning, but had a double in the fourth and lined out to Michael Brantley in the sixth.
See, this is the one thing the Royals have been able to do to the Indians tonight, is after the Indians score, they come right back. Back in the third inning, they made it a 2-0 game. Royals tied it up in the top of the fourth. Indians score in the fifth. The Royals answered in the sixth. Well, now they're trying to do the same thing after the Indians has put 3 on the board on Chu's home run. Ooh,
healthy cut for Gordon, yep. But he fouls it back, and now Tony Sipp ahead in the count here, 1-2.
Got his fastball upstairs here, and boy, he's lucky he fouled it off the way this guy's swinging.
There's Tim Collins getting loose in the Kansas City bullpen. Here's the 1-2 to Gordon with the runners moving. And Santana can throw nowhere. So
well,
it's a double steal.
That's just like Sipp not paying attention to him. Because, you know, they're first in the league in steals. You give them 2 more. They now have 32 as a team. And for Santana, it's not his fault. Because now the Indians are 0 for 15. They just took off. There's nothing you could do. And you look to second base. That would be his best way to go. But still no chance there as well. How did he get out of the way of that?
So that pitch makes it full now to Alex Gordon. Looked like a slider that just didn't break.
He got underneath it, yeah.
So here's the payoff pitch to Gordon. He takes for ball 4. Awfully close, but now the Royals have the bases loaded with nobody out here in the 8th inning. And manager Manny Acta will head to the mound. And Vinny Pistano will be summoned to face Billy Butler. And we'll take a break. 7-3 try, but the Royals threatening here in the 8th. Loaded for Vinny Pistano, the new Indians pitcher.
Tough situation to come into. Although the Indians do have a 4-run lead, but the tying run will come to the plate. Tony Sipp went 1/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, walked 2. He did strike out 1. That was last inning, but set the table here for the Royals in the top half of the 8th inning. He'll be facing Billy Butler, and Pistano came on in that last game in Kansas City and had an opportunity to face Butler. I think he got an infield single.
You know, Billy Butler in his career is 0 for 2 against Pistano, but Frank Coor is 1 for 1.
Frank Coor got the infield single.
Correct.
There you go.
Saw the runners, Aviles at third, Cabrera at second, Gordon at first. They're loaded with nobody out here in the 8th inning for Billy Butler, who's 1 for 3 with a double back in the 4th inning. Also picked up his 10th RBI on the season. And Vinny Pistano will go to work. Strike one on that foul ball. Right-handers against Pistano this year are batting just .111. They're 2 for 18. Indians infield at double play depth. Butler pops that one straight up. It'll be the infield fly. One out here in the 8th inning. Big out for Vinny Pistano as he gets Butler.
You're darn right it was, boy. That's a big out with that guy at the plate. Their best RBI guy gets him to pop it up. So, Vinny, big out. You're going to see him. He's going to throw the helmet. He won't like that at bat.
So Butler retired, 1 out as the bases remain loaded for Jeff Francoeur. Who has the only hit against Pistano on the Royals' active roster today. It's 1 for 1 in his career. He also has a walk, and he takes strike one. Francoeur 1 for 3. And there you see his numbers with the bases loaded in his career. Swing and a miss. Pistano jumps ahead of Francoeur, 0-2. These fans here tonight getting behind Pistano. So they want to see him take Francoeur. Stays away from him there.
Well, wasn't going to make a mistake. Santana made sure he set up off the plate to see if they were going to get him to chase anything, but they didn't mess around with a breaking ball. They went right at him with a heater.
One and two to Jeff Francoeur.
Nice.
Swing and a miss. Vinny Pistano, the strikeout. 2 down.
Elevated the strike. Let's look at the sequence. This is a great sequence because Francoeur is an excellent low ball hitter. He comes right out and starts him out fastball. He's taken all the way. Then he challenged him. He says, here we go. He went right at him with all his fastballs, elevated the last one, got him to swing and miss. Big strikeout. And I'll tell you, that's a lot of guts there by Pistano.
Can he get out of it? Came in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Now Keila Ka'ahui. He'll take ball one. Ka'ahui is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Left-handers this year, 2 for 9 against Vinny Pistano. Ka'ahui is 0 for 2 in his career. Strike there.
He's not messing around, man. He's coming right at you with his best stuff, and that's the heater. He stays inside on the hands. Hitters like to extend a little bit when they get runners in scoring position, but boy, he's gone Power City.
Here's the 1-1. Hit high in the air.
Nice job.
Vinny Pistano will get out of it. Jack Hanahan makes the catch. Bases loaded, nobody out. Pistano comes in from the bullpen, and the Royals go down. 7-3 try. Eighth, smiles all around for Vinny Pastano, who came in the eighth and got out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam.
Yeah, Skipper Actor comes right over, shakes his hand. There should be a lot of smiles. That was a great job. And there you see Josh Tomlin in the background. That's something to talk about. Great job.
New pitcher for Kansas City is Tim Collins.
We had an opportunity to see him a couple times last week. He had a tough time throwing strikes. He's walked 12. You can see in just 12 games. So he has had some control issues.
Hitters 7, 8, and 9 for the Tribe here in the eighth inning. Brantley, Laporta, Hanahan. Pastano in the eighth inning. How good was he? 9 pitches, 7 of those for strikes. He had the strikeout and 2 pop-outs against the heart of the Kansas City.
And I think he threw nothing but fastballs.
Now, you said it, Rick. He went right at him. Now, 2 strikes here to Michael Brantley. Brantley takes the ball. Brantley faced Collins once last week, and he took a walk. Tonight, Michael is 1 for 3 with a single back in the 6th inning. He lined out in the 2nd inning to center field. He hits that one hard off the glove of Collins. Escobar will make the play, 1 down. Time now for tonight's box score, brought to you by Hyundai. Join the movement. Let's take a look at this Indians lineup. Only 2 players, Rick, without a base hit tonight.
Yeah, you got Carlos Santana and Orlando Cabrera, but some guys. Hanahan with a terrific night. Grady, a very good night. His dribble with a pair. It's been a good night. The long ball has been the friend here this evening.
Now Matt Laporta, speaking of long ball, he homered back in the 5th inning. Matt's 3rd homer of the year. He broke a 2-2 tie.
6 of the 7 runs scoring via the long ball.
Tribe has hit 4 tonight. A solo by Laporta, 2 solos by Jack Hanahan, who's on deck, and a 3-run shot by Chu in the 7th. Two and 1 now to Matt Laporta. Check to swing in time, says Laz Diaz. Tribe opening up a 6-game homestand here tonight. 3 against KC, 3 against Detroit. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as Matt Laporta takes ball 4. Matt will take a look, but he'll stay at first. Those 2 teams, KC and Detroit, enter play tonight, a game and a half back of the Tribe in the Central. And don't forget after the game tonight to check out Chuck's Last Call, following the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show right here on Sports Time Ohio in high def. Here's Jack Hanahan, 2 home runs tonight and a single to left. He's 3 for 3. And he looks at strike 1, but Rick, you talked about how well he's been on the ball tonight when he's at the plate.
Oh, he was seeing it very well. You know, he's had his problems against right-handers this year, but to me it looked like he was seeing Luke Hoshaver so well. Every swing he put on the baseball, even though they were home runs, he just stayed back. I like the base hit he took the other way. He started to do that on the last trip against right-handed pitching. He's had terrific numbers against lefties this year. I mean, that was his first home run coming against a right-hander, and he doubled up on it.
Yeah, against lefties, he's
8
batting
for 14.
571. And he hits that one foul. Also with the hit tonight, Hanahan is a modest 6-game hitting streak now. And during this hitting streak, he's 9 for 21.
Well, he's done a terrific job defensively at third base, and that's the primary reason they plugged that gap. So the offense is a bonus. And looks like he's starting to get a little confidence.
2-2 now. He's been down in the count. He's had a couple of strikes 2 different times tonight. One time he homered, the other time he delivered the single to left.
Well, when you're seeing the ball well, you're in a good groove. You mentioned the 6-game straight. You don't mind hitting with 2 strikes. It's when you're slumping that you don't want to get. You think you need all 3 swings. Yeah, watch out. He thinks Laporta's going to take off. Sometimes they throw to first, and I wonder why.
Yeah. Some of the fans here agreed with you.
Well, Laporta is in the stolen base column this year, but it was a delayed steal, if you remember, against the White Sox.
Got away from Trainer for a moment, but Laporta's staying at first base. Jack Hanahan works the count full here with 1 out and a runner at first. You said it, the way he's handled that glove at third base, he's so smooth defensively. Any offense, he gives you a bonus, and quite a bonus this year, hitting .290 now. With 4 home runs. Hanahan hits that one high to left, and the Royals are going to retire him for the first time tonight. So 2 outs for Grady Sizemore as Matt Laporta retreats to first. A nice little round of applause for Jack Hanahan as he comes to the dugout from the fans. They appreciate good hitting. They saw it here tonight with Hanahan. Now Grady Sizemore, who's also hit the ball well. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. Looking ahead to the 9th inning, the Royals will send their bottom third of the order. Escobar, Trainer, and Getz are the slated hitters. Sizemore drives that one hard to center field. Back goes Melky Cabrera. Track, wall, gone. Home run for Grady. 5th home run tonight for the Tribe.
We've got to go back quite some time since the last time we've had 5 homers in a game here that I can recall. That ball, straightaway center field. I had a feeling it was carrying a little better earlier in the game, but this is seriously 5 home runs and a 2-run homer for Grady. That's his 3rd of the year. They now have 9 runs. 8 of the 9 have scored via the long ball on 5 home runs.
Grady continues to smoke the baseball. 3 base hits tonight, all of the extra base variety, couple of doubles and a homer. As he's got his average now at 406.
Yeah, 9 of his, 12 hits or 13 hits have been extra base hits. He is, I'll tell you what, he hasn't missed a beat, has he?
He is on it. Asdrubal Cabrera sends that 2-0 pitch back into the seats. So 9-3 Tribe. They led this one 2-0. KC tied it at 2. The Indians then would go back ahead 4-2. Royals would make it 4-3 in the 6th. Then a 3-run homer by Chu in the 7th, a 2-run shot here by Grady in the 8th, and it's a 9-3 Indians advantage. Cabrera hits that one high to the right side. Going out is Chris Getz, the second baseman, hauls it in. Indians retired in the 8th inning, but they add 2 more on Grady Sizemore's 3rd home run of the season. 9-3 Indians as we head to the 9th. Tribe closer, Chris Perez in. Not a save situation, but an opportunity to get some work and finish it out here tonight against KC.
Well, he needs some work. The last time he pitched, that was Thursday when he blew the save in Kansas City. We were rained out Friday, 10-3 Saturday. Didn't get to pitch on Sunday, off Monday. So here he comes. You got to get your chance, get him in there. You like to get your closer right back in there after a blown save, but
Chris Perez will face the bottom third of the Royals order. Escobar, Trainer, and Getz. Last time the Indians hit 5 home runs was July 30th of 2008 here at Progressive Field against Detroit.
Ballpark. They did it, in 09 against the Yankees on the road.
Right, correct. Last
They
time
had
they did
6
it at home.
in that when they just opened up New Yankee Stadium, but this is here.
So it's been nearly 3 seasons, but the Indians have broken out the long ball tonight. They lead it 9-3 against KC. And a 1-1 count to Alcides Escobar, who's 0 for 3 tonight. He drives that one to center, but right at Grady Sizemore. 1 out. So Escobar 0 for 4, and now Matt Trainer to the plate, who's 0 for 3. Another scores in the Central. The Mariners still lead the Tigers 7-3. Dave updated you on that game a couple of times. They're in the bottom of the 9th. And in New York, the White Sox lead the Yankees in the top of the 9th, 3-2. And Paul Konerko with the 2-run homer off Soriano in the 8th inning in that one.
Got a base hit off him last night to drive in their second run in that 2-0 win.
Murph tells me Gavin Floyd is still on the hill, a starter tonight for the Sox. Well, after that outing last night by Philip Umber, looks like Floyd's able to build on that for the White Sox. Umber took a no-hitter into the 7th inning. The White Sox blanked the Yankees 2-0. He lost the no-hitter, but the White Sox got the win. Quickly 1-2 here on Matt Trainer. His wife, Misty May, is a 2-time gold medalist in volleyball. She's training right now for the 2012 Olympics in London. Just got a piece of it there. You know, one of the things you love about Chris Perez, after he blew the save in the game last Thursday, he said, well, let's start another streak. Just kind of put this one behind us and let's go. And that's the confidence you need when you're a closer.
Well, he's got the right mentality. There's no question about it. You're going to give up some. I don't care who you are.
Perez coming over with Jess Todd and the Mark DeRosa deal back in late June of 2009. Full count now to Matt Trainer. Chris Getz on deck. Here's the payoff. And a hard ground ball, foul, just outside the line at third base. Hard grounder in the hole this time for a base hit. It's the Royals' 8th tonight, and Matt Trainer's aboard with 1 out here in the 9th inning.
Well, 9-3 game. You're not going to walk him. You got to make him hit his way on. You got to throw a strike. He did. Trainer gets the single.
So that'll bring Chris Getz to the plate. Chris Getz grounded out to Justin Masterson back in the 3rd inning, walked in the 5th, and was the 8th strikeout victim for Tribe pitching in the 7th inning when Tony Sipp struck him out. Indians pitchers have struck out 9 tonight. And ball 1 to Chris Getz. Join us tomorrow night, once again at 7 o'clock. Indians on deck at 6:30 to get you ready for it with Dave, and I believe Jason will be along with him. Indians and Royals, game 2 in this 3-game series in high def right here on Sports Time Ohio. And Mike Hargrove will be on the pregame show tomorrow as well. Good to see Grover, your
he
former
will.
teammate.
Yeah. Well, we'll see him this weekend. He's going to be working in the booth with us on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
he's home doing his homework, so I don't know why he's on that pregame show. He has to stay home and study. Well, looking forward to it.
Yep, good to see Grover back here. 3-0 now to Getz. And it's ball 4. So the Royals with a couple of base runners with 1 out here in the 9th inning. And we go to the top of the order, and Mike Aviles, who's 1 for 4 tonight.
Well, I think Belcher might have been talking to Manny Actor right there, saying, I know we want to get him some work, but you only want him to throw so many pitches. Should we get somebody else up in that bullpen just in case?
Right.
You know, because you don't want to burn him out for tomorrow night.
Well, he's thrown 15 pitches thus far. And strike 1 to Mike Aviles. KC tonight hitting with runners on base, Rick. 3 for their first 3, but 0 for 8 since. As Justin Masterson locked it down, and then so has the bullpen. As it's 0-2 now to Aviles.
Pistano came out, and what a job he did. That was a beautiful pitching performance in the 8th inning.
It sure was. Came in with the bases loaded in a 7-3 game with nobody out. And he went pop out, strike out, pop out to Butler, Francoeur, and Ka'ahui. Butler and Francoeur. Right up there with Alex Gordon.
There's Smith. You see, he's going to be up and get loose. And that's what Scott Radinsky's up there is telling. Let's hope he gets out of it. But you may have to be ready to go.
And he gets Aviles as Santana holds on, a foul tip, strikeout, the 10th for Indians pitching tonight, and the first this evening for Chris Perez.
Well, sometimes foul tips do not go into the glove, but that one happened to stay. Santana looks in and said, yeah, there it is. Beautiful.
So 2 outs in the 9th. And Chris Perez will try to finish it out against Melky Cabrera, who's had a good night. 2 for 3 with a walk. He's also homered. And he'll take a ball. Melky Cabrera's home run against Justin Masterson is the only one that Masterson has given up this year. And Masterson is in line for the win tonight. It would be his 5th. He would start the year at 5-0. Last season, Justin Masterson picked up his 5th win on August 26th. In his 26th start. He's trying to go 5 for 5 here tonight. 2-1 now to Melky Cabrera. Stay tuned for the Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show. We'll have a postgame interview for you with Vinny Pistano. Scores and highlights from around the league with Dave Chudowski. And we'll also have Manny Acta in his postgame press conference. So plenty still to come. Then following that, Chuck Galletti here tonight. Chuck's last call on Sports Time Ohio. So make sure you keep it right here on STO for your complete Indians coverage. Two and two to Melky Cabrera. And a line drive down the right field line that is fair. That'll go to the wall. It'll score 1. Make it a 9-4 game. As Matt Traynor touches home plate. Getz will stop at third, and Melky Cabrera has his 3rd hit tonight, a double.
Well, his 8th double of the year, and they keep it rolling. Down and in, Cabrera's going to go dig it out and hit it down into the corner. Not quite in enough. And it just hits right inside the line. There you'll see it. Down into the corner, 2nd and 3rd now. 2 outs, and you've got Gordon, Alex Gordon up to the plate.
So the Royals making it interesting here in the 9th. As Alex Gordon looks at ball 1. He's 1 for 3 tonight, extended his hitting streak to 19 games back in the 4th inning with a double. 2-0 to Alex Gordon. And now 26 pitches for Chris Perez. Two and one. Gordon hammers that one to right. Chu coming on. He dives and he makes the catch. The Indians win. And a great catch to end it by Shin-Soo Choo.
Boy, he come in and he got a good jump on the ball. And Gordon, who made a couple of terrific catches in Kansas City. Chu comes right back at you and makes a beautiful game-saving catch right there to end the ball game. Nicely done by Shin-Soo Choo, and nice defense by the Indians.
So the Indians get the win. Shin-Soo Choo does it on both sides. A 3-run homer tonight and a great catch there as the Indians take care of KC in game one of this 3-game series. The final is 9-4. Time now for tonight's play of the game, brought to you by KeyBank. Thank you for making KeyBank the #1 bank in Northeast Ohio. Speaking of Chu.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what. He got a fastball first pitch and laced it into the bullpen. It went a long way. 3-run homer, something that he really needed. His 3rd home run of the year. One of 5 Indian home runs tonight. But that is going to be our KeyBank key play of the game.
So the Indians use the long ball. They use some good defense as they play errorless ball. And they use some good pitching as well. Justin Masterson picks up his 5th victory of the season. He's 5-0 to begin 2011. Stay tuned. The Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care postgame show directly ahead. Up next, though, Dave Chudowski from our STO Update Desk.